Oh, here we go. It is 6:59 p.m.-ish, 7 p.m.-ish, about 7 o'clock. And that's Mountain Time on September 18, 2025. Hi, guys. I'm Max Rants. Today I've got a special rant for you because it's an area that really hits close to home. I love that stuff. Gotta have a drink. Last couple of nights, I've had some double entries where I've logged on to Facebook twice because it seems to take them a long time to pick up what I've said. It records, but forget that. Let's get on to it. The name of tonight's show could be called Good Night Forever, Jimmy Kimmel. Yes, the death of Jimmy Kimmel and his show. It's a breath of fresh air. Jimmy Kimmel, he's all bummed out, Mr. Movie Star, Mr. Famous TV Guy, Mr. Jimmy Kimmel. Oh my God, worship him. Here comes Jimmy Kimmel. Let's do a genuflect. He's all bummed because he talked himself right onto the unemployment, or maybe unemployable line. Yes, not only is he out of a job, he might find it hard getting a job anywhere because basically he doesn't have talent. He's not skilled. He's got an ego the size of Manhattan. It goes like this. ABC announced that they have indefinitely yanked his show. And they did this because of some really insensitive and downright crass remarks that Jimmy Kimmel chose to make about the assassination, about the murder of Charlie Kirk. Well, Jimmy Kimmel has never been known to be one with good taste, decorum, or morals. So let's take this for what it's worth. It is what it is. He's had some pretty shitty things to say, especially in front of a live studio audience. So, of course, his crap-encrusted monologues often offend people who have done him no harm. He's good at going after anybody he doesn't like for whatever reason. He doesn't even have to know them. If he writes it or someone writes it for him, which is more the case, he delivers it. Well, the FCC Chairman Brendan Carr, he went after Disney. Now, Disney is ABC's parent company, and ultimately ABC, that's Brendan Carr, is Kimmel's employer, his boss. They're supposed to control his content. Carr demanded that ABC take action over some of the sickest conduct possible. Well, Kimmel's also facing blowback from Sinclair Broadcast Group and Nexstar. Now, between these two, they're one of the nation's largest chains of ABC affiliates. And you know what they did? They cut him off right there on the spot. They're not airing him. So even if ABC hadn't sacked him, good job, ABC. A group as large as Sinclair or Nexstar, you understand they own dozens of ABC affiliates. With both of these beating up Kimmel as he needs it and preempting his show, so even without ABC canning, these stations, these chains, just by withholding it, you're talking millions of Americans who would never see his show. Not that many watched his show anyway, because the guy's ratings have been in the toilet. You understand? He pissed off ABC. He pissed off Disney, Sinclair Broadcasting, Nexstar, and other smaller network affiliates who are boycotting his show. I mean, Sinclair, they went as far as to demand that Kimmel issue a direct apology to Turning Point USA, to his family, that would be Charlie Kirk's family, and make a meaningful personal donation to Turning Point USA. This is with the understanding that literally millions of viewers would not see him if he didn't do it. So they said, look, apologize to his family, apologize to America, make a meaningful donation to Turning Point, and maybe we'll let you stay. Nope. Kimmel puffed up his chest. He refreshed his narcissism, and he rejected dozens of calls, for an apology, And that was all during a phone call with top Disney executive Dana Walden. This is the boss of the boss of the boss. This is the very top of the food chain from which Jimmy Kimmel suckles. Now, it's insane. It's insane. Disney exec Dana Walden on Wednesday afternoon said, yep, he's off the air. That's all we can consider. So here he is, Jimmy the God Kimmel. This is a guy who drives in a fancy car, wears fancy clothes, enjoys far more money than anybody's really worth for doing far less than most people do. This guy has suckled from the teats of ABC, of everybody, long enough. You understand, he is long known for his vitriolic attacks, his unbelievable on President Trump and virtually anybody or anything aligned with him. His monologues have been nothing but hate fests for years. Do you understand this? He feels that he needs no apology. He stands behind it. He says, what I say is true. I'm not going to apologize to anybody. Boom, you're fired. Understand this. This guy has hubris beyond description and the long broken moral compass. He is, in his mind, a god. Maybe a little g, but he figures he is a god. It's important to know that Kimmel's ratings, they've already been in a death spiral for nearly a year. And that was before he did this. All his mouth got him was an acceleration, a speeding up of plans to sack him anyway. I talked to David Brawls, a network executive. Here's what he said. I quote, he's been on the way out since at least January, when his ratings started an uninterrupted death spiral. We've, programming executives, been taking bets on how long he'll last. And that was before this Charlie Kirk thing, end quote. So nobody likes him. The execs all around, they had a pool going to see how long he'd last. Well, signaling the eventual and almost certain death of late-night TV as we know it, Kimmel was sacked just 2 months after CBS bumped off Stephen Colbert. Think about it. Jimmy Kimmel, Stephen Colbert, all of these people, they feel that they are above you because they go out, they say some stupid jokes, mostly they drop dirty words, they attack people. I mean, Jimmy Kimmel has not been a comedian for years. He's been a political hack for the Democrats. He's been an attack dog for the progressives. He's been anything but funny, and the kind of people that fill his audience. Remember, these people coming off the street, they're a bunch of Dems, and when the sign lights up and says, applaud now, they applaud now. It says laugh, they they laugh. And of course, like all networks, a bit of canned laughter, laugh tracks, they insert those as well to kind of encourage the audience that they should laugh and clap their hands or do whatever it takes to keep from falling asleep in front of this nut. Jimmy Kimmel, in my opinion, you're a piece of shit. Goodbye. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, partner. You're gone. And yeah, let's not forget about old Stephen Colbert. Your day is coming. You don't have to screw up. You're already done. Late night TV. You know what? When Johnny Carson left the air, he turned it over to Jay Leno. The decline in late night TV began way back then. Leno, he held it together, sort of. But as they changed hosts, it went one rung down the ladder into the quicksand of failure. And now, hell, Jimmy Kimmel was being beaten in Chicago on TV by reruns of I Love Lucy and the Honeymooners. I mean, when a Bugs Bunny cartoon can beat up Stephen Colbert, you got to ask yourself, is it really worth paying him these tens and twenties of millions of dollars to go out there and make an ass out of himself? To go out there and cater to the lowest common denominator? I don't think so. Goodbye, Kimmel. Goodbye. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.